Guys, I just want to go over the coolest cot that I found to fit inside the 4th gen 4Runner, the V8 4Runner. And it's going to change the way I sleep in my car. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. So this is the Rei Kingdom 3 cot. As you can see, it fits perfectly in the back of the 4Runner, and the legs perfectly swivel right here, and it grips on the back, and honestly without an inch to spare. If you take a look at the tailgate, it shuts all the way, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but here's the REI logo. So this is actually the head of the cot, right? So you're inserting it with the feet at that end and the head at this end. Now, I tried it the other way and it didn't fit. It actually came in at an angle, so it was more diagonal. But if you notice how perfectly aligned it is with the back of your trunk, right? The reason why this works is because the middle legs here are folded up. So you see the legs down at the feet there are open, and the legs at the head are open, and it angles in and downward, but the middle legs are completely folded up. And the most important part is, if you see on this side towards the wheel well, let me see if I can zoom in. There it goes. I don't know if you guys can see that. The lighting might be kind of poor, but the legs can rest right over the wheel well, which is often an issue when you're trying to align things. So because it clears the wheel well, you can move the cot more towards the right, so it's flush to the right of the truck. This frees up a lot of room. So on this side, I can put a 12-volt refrigerator and a battery pack like the Jackery or the Blue Eddy. And on the underneath side here, you can stow plenty of things down here. There's room to put your traction boards, your shovel, your axe. You can stow away some clothes, some belongings, and other things like that. Now, you are suspended by these heavy-duty bungee cords here. So these are tied in pretty nicely, and it gives you some support. One of the downsides I've noticed laying on this thing is this bar here that cuts across. You might be able to feel that on your hip if you're sitting low enough, because as this sags, your hip's going to touch that bar. But I notice I can just scoop my butt up a little bit and it's fine. What I plan on doing is maybe using an inflatable mattress, or just a quick little blow up one, and that should give me some additional cushion. But honestly, this feels comfortable as is. I'm sure a sleeping bag would just be fine. So here's another amazing aspect of it with this cot. You see how it clears this folded up seat right here? So I've been camping in this truck before, and I slept in the back of it. You normally have to remove these seats to get all that headroom, right? Because if you remove these, you can put something down below, like, I don't know, maybe a cooler or something, and it'll give you more headroom. But when I went camping at Crater Lake and Avenue of the Giants, my head kept bumping into here, or my feet would hit the back of the tailgate there. so I'd have to sleep slightly diagonal. And although it was doable, it wasn't the most comfortable. I'm about 5'10", so, you know, hey, it worked, but I was like, if there was a cot that could clear the folded up seats here to give you that extra, basically, foot of length here, that would be perfect. And this cot does the job. Now you do have to move forward the passenger seat a bit, which is fine. I did just that. But now somebody who's 6 feet tall can easily lay down in the back of this. And I'll show you guys in just a second what that looks like. And what I also like is, unlike most mattresses where you have to lay down both sides of the seat, you take up the entire back of your car and truck, and you have to manipulate the driver's seat. I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to have to manipulate. Oh wow, the white balance is kind of jacked. There we go. I don't want to have to adjust the driver's seat every time I need to sleep, because I want to be in the store, out of the store. If I get tired, I can just pull over on the side of the road, take a nap or whatever, right? So this is the perfect little workaround for that. And I'm going to show you the front passenger side here. Gosh, sorry about the white balance. Alright. So it is pushed forward a little bit. You're not going to have a ton of room here. You can stow whatever you need down here. I plan on putting my 5-gallon jug of water in this area here. Maybe stack my easy to access snacks and foods here. But let me go around the other side. So that's what the passenger looks like. Let's head over to the front. So now we're up in the driver's seat. And like I said, because we didn't need to manipulate the driver's seat at all, I'm in a comfortable position. My legs are kind of long, so I like having the seat a little further back, and I don't have to adjust it every single time. But check this out. If you're driving on the road, I can just look back and check out my blind spot, look through the rear, because this cot is low enough that it doesn't obscure your vision back there. Let's assume there's a sleeping bag on here and maybe a few items, so you can still easily look out the back and see all around, right? That's pretty cool. And another added bonus for having the feet in backwards here, the feet end lifts up. So you can stow a few things underneath this part of the cot. And to cover it up, like let's say you're jumping into the store real quick, you can throw your backpack down here and then just simply close that down, and now it's covered by this cot. So your valuables are more hidden. And if you want, there's kind of a gap down in this leg area here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but let me see if I can pull it down. Yeah, down there. You can slip something small down in that section. I would imagine you would be able to fit too much, but that's an option. So I'm going to go ahead and climb in through the back and show you what it's like to lay down on this cot. Okay guys, say you've been driving, you get tired, you pull over, and you want to take a nap, you want to go to sleep. It's pretty easy with the cot in the back here. You can be super stealth. You don't even need to exit your vehicle. All you do is you take off your shoes, you sit up, and then you can just dive head first in the back like this. Bam, just crawl to the back. Look, boom. You're laying down, you're ready to sleep. remember, this is the head side back here, so it's already got a bit of a built-in cushion, much like a pillow. And so even though I'm kind of slightly angled down this way, the pillow kind of props my head up so it evens out. And the angle isn't that sharp either, so it's feeling pretty good. And keep in mind, I am 5'10". As you can see, my feet's not even touching the passenger chair, and I still have room to move my feet around. It's comfortable. I can switch my hips, sleep on my side. And going across, it takes about, if you imagine this side of the 4Runner, the seats folded down, that's how much room you have. You have about a yard going across. And so, yep, without even needing to leave your car, you can just go to sleep right inside your car. That's awesome. So let's say you wanted to get up. Again, I'm 5'10". I do have to bend over a little bit. My head's touching the top of the car here. I could roll down my back window to get out that way. I could have my feet on the back of the trunk here in the cargo area. My feet's touching the floor. I could come back up here and exit out of this door. Just hop down. Remember, there's storage underneath, so you can stow your shoes underneath there. Get out that way. You could climb out this side. This is the back seat right here. You can just slide down to that seat and then head out. But if you're kind of flexible and limber like me, you can just hop right back into the driver's seat like so. Boom, and you're ready to hit the road again. That's so cool. I love it. Again, you can access your cargo from any side of the car, really. And remember, you can lift this up. You can store a ton of stuff back here. I have my sunshade back here, so if I ever need to get into that, it's accessible just by lifting up the cot and getting to here. I'll do a separate review on this sunshade. I got it at Costco for $9.99, and believe it or not, it fits the 4Runner windshield perfectly. So that'll come in a next video, but I just wanted to show you guys how awesome this cot is. It doesn't break the bank. I think this was only 150 bucks at REI. They got a great return policy, so if you don't like it for whatever reason, they got a great policy, so you can return it if you need to. And dude, just check it out, guys. Think about it. This is a small investment, but you're gonna feel comfortable on your trip. You're gonna be able to store more things instead of just sleeping directly on this with the sleeping pad, for example. You get extra space from this. You get adequate space from the top of the car to the cot. That's about, I don't know, 2 feet if you count this space up here that comes up. And you guys saw me maneuver around. I am about 5'10". I am pretty flexible too, so just keep that in mind. And if you have less things in the back, I'll show you real quick. If you're not packing a bunch of equipment back here or supplies, you can simply climb in through the back here, jump on the cot, and pull your hatch closed with this strap. So lots of flexibility, lots of practicality. Once I load up my car for my next trip, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up for this REI cot.